Now we're on live here. What up, YouTube? What up, what up, what up, what up? I'm here now. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk along with
Your boy
Go ahead,
John
JG.
G. Your boy John G. Again.
It's your boy Mouse again with the boys. Charlotte in the house this time though.
we back. We missing two members. They'll catch on when they can. But we'd like to thank the one viewer we have right now for tuning in, watching us. Tonight's show is going to consist of 5 topics. The first topic we're going to dwell into is Showtime announces 6 major fights that will take place over the course of 4 months, starting in December, with a major card that a lot of people have been, looking forward to, or major fights that a lot of people have been looking forward to. It will be headlined by IBF junior middleweight champion Jamal Charlo defending his title against mandatory and rising junior middleweight contender Julian J. Rock Williams, December 10th. Mouse, what are your thoughts on that fight?
Now the Jamal's the puncher, right? That's not the boxer.
Yeah, no, I said Jamal. Jamal is the puncher. Jamel the
Yeah,
boxer.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, the one that's fighting J Rock is the puncher.
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, man, I'll tell you what, man. Actually, cause y'all know I got that Philly background.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and actually we back when I was in camp, with Jesus, we got to see J Rock spar several times over at the gym in Philly. I think Steve's a good coach. I think Steve got him in the right direction. I think J Rock has the ability to outbox him. The only thing that worries me, man, is that Charlo could punch, man. He takes a lot of punches too. You know, he's not like his brother. I think Jermel is the better one of the two, the boxer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Philly on this one. I'm gonna go with J Rock on this one just because I gotta go with hometown. But
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets rocked by Charlo. I mean, I think a lot of people are overlooking this
Gotcha.
gonna be J Rock's biggest fight today. You know what I mean? I think this gonna be his
Yeah.
toughest. I think if he
Mm-hmm.
can beat Charlo, then I think he's a legitimate threat at 154. But I think that if he shows any kind of even if he wins by like a split decision or something, I think still there's guys at 154 that would beat J Rock. Now, if he beats Charlo convincingly, I would have to say he's legit 154. But that's a tough fight for me, man. I'm gonna go J Rock on this one. Probably split.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna touch on these fights later on and go in more detail. But yeah, as the fight get closer. But JG, what are your thoughts on this fight? I know you've been looking forward to it. I kind of think I know who you leaning towards.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let the people know why you may be leaning towards a certain fighter in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Charlo in this matchup. And it has, I mean, both guys really, to me, weren't that impressive in their last fights. Now, I know that J Rock won, and a lot of people feel that it was in convincing fashion, but when he fought Matano, I felt like he got hit a lot more than he should have. Um, and I think that a lot of it was him getting hit on the inside. Now, Charlo, he looked, a little bit less than what he should have looked, but I think it was more so due to Austin Trout that night. I think Austin Trout, I mean, if you look at the level opponents of who these last guys just faced, Austin Trout is still a top guy at that weight class, and he was pretty crafty in there. I mean, he was a southpaw. He was pretty crafty, and it looked like it was a fight that Charlo had to learn from. Fights out of his system. I'm not gonna say out of his system, but he had to fight an elite level type guy, and that's what he got in there. So he, little tricks of the trade and stuff that he's not used to. I mean, he kind of got like, you know, he wasn't ready for it at the time. But what I will say is, I think Elton's trying to call in too, by the way. But what I will say is, I just think that Charlo is a little bit better, and I'm going with Charlo. I don't think it's gonna be a knockout or anything. I think it's gonna be a very good fight, and I think it's a 50-50 fight. I just feel like Charlo's gonna edge him a little bit. The little bit of experience that he did get with Trout, I think is gonna be what brings him over the hump in this fight.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to get you a part of the interview with Steve Breadman, man, because I need to talk to the guy. If you listen to him, I don't know I guess you have to talk to him to see where his mind is, because he says that J Rock has held back, and you know what I'm saying. And if that's the case, then we all may be in shock come December 10th. But I lean to you. Why, favoring Charlo, because he's more battle tested, barely. But Trout, you gotta throw Trout in there as count as two fights. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't no easy fight at all. You know what I'm saying? It was. I still think Trout won it, but I'm not mad at the decision. And if he can't fend off a Trout, Jamal, I don't know how he gonna fend off a J Rock, who's younger, stronger, hungrier, fresher. But the chin of J Rock worries me, because I know Jamal, one thing he can do, he can punch. He can punch, and he's not just a skill. I mean, he's not just a puncher. He has a good jab. I mean, and he's tall and rangy. He has decent hand speed. And I think that, if he catches J Rock on the end of those punches, it could spell trouble for J Rock. But if J Rock can make it an inside fight and work the body, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Hagler, how he bobs and weaves, or maybe Tyson at times when he comes in, he's bobbing and weaving. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But he kind of reminds me of that. That guy he can bob and weave and make you miss punches, and make you pay to the body as well as top. But it's a 50-50 fight, man. I'm definitely excited. I didn't think we was gonna get the fight after we talked to Steven on the show, another show I do, The Movement, and he was just like, man, I thought the fight was gonna be made at such a time, but he had a fucking little injury that to the eye that really shouldn't prevent the fight from happening. But like I said, we got the fight. I'm happy with the fight, and I think it's a 50-50 fight. But I'm leaning towards J Rock, but I understand why people are picking Jamal. He's more battle tested. He's a little taller. Maybe a little more athletic, and he's a bigger puncher. But we're gonna see, man. I just got a feeling J Rock might come out and shock the world, and not by winning, but just how he wins. And I think that it's gonna be a good fight. But I won't give a prediction. I'm gonna study more of both guys, and give a more detailed breakdown as the fight nears. But yeah, now what are your thoughts on the?
Hey, Beku.
Well,
No, sorry to cut you off. I wanted to ask you a question since you brought up the interview with Steve. I mean, going back to what you said about Steve saying that Julian been holding back. Now I know Steve. Steve's a good trainer. I won't discredit him. Steve's very well respected in Philadelphia. But I mean, when if you're saying that J Rock has been holding back, when will J Rock actually then not hold back? Because I mean, you're already 20 fights into your career. When will you stop holding back, as you say? Because Charlo ain't the person for you to hold back on.
I think he said hold back. I think that when he said that he didn't want to show everything, I think we'll get the answer to your question will be answered December 10th. And that's what I'm assuming. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, when he said it, he wasn't saying it like, oh, he has so many tricks. It's just like he said he has to hold J Rock back sometime in training. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to go extra hard and want to do this and that, but he has to kind of, reel him back in and keep him just strictly doing what he asked him to do. But he says, he allow him to work on things and implement things and sparring every now and then that he feels that he wants to do, just to, stay sharp when the time comes to use those tricks he has up his sleeve. He'll be able to do it. But to answer your question, I think we will find out if that statement by Steve Redman it was true or not when he stepped up against Jamal. I think he's gonna bring it. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I really do. I think it might be the fight of the year. I honestly think both guys. And J Rock has been saying he wants this. He's the best 154 pounder in the world. I think it's Andrade, but
I think so too.
you know,
Yep.
and we'll throw Andrade in there too. We'll throw Andrade because he's supposed to have a fight next Saturday in Germany. He signed his part of the contract. It's a weird situation. He fought a guy. He fought the guy in the amateurs and beat him. Is what's his name? Luke or Jack Koke or whatever. It's supposed to be for the WBA
Yeah, that's it. Jack
title.
Koke or something.
Yeah, Jack Koke. He's supposed to fight him, but we'll talk about him a little later. But I think he's the best 154 pounder, regardless who's there. Laura, I think it's Andrade. But what do y'all think about that Mares fight? JG, what you about to say?
I was gonna add one little thing about the Trout thing. It's a little bit. I mean, is it okay if I add one little thing before?
Yeah, you good.
All right. The one thing I was gonna say about Trout as opposed to J Rock is that a lot of people like Trout is a very awkward fighter. Not to mention that he's a southpaw, but he's very awkward. He doesn't have a lot of power. So he kind of relies on his awkwardness to kind of keep him in fight. Now, he also made Canelo look bad, too, in certain instances. Canelo was able to get that knockdown, but in my opinion, I thought Trout slightly edged it. And it was a very, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of choppy, slow type fight. He also made Cotto look bad. So
he whooped Cotto ass.
Yeah, he whooped Cotto ass. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think J-Rock and Trout are remote even the same type of fighter. Let alone one is orthodox and one is southpaw. I mean, maybe J-Rock has a little bit of southpaw that he could throw in there that maybe we haven't really seen like that. But, I mean, Trout was turning, and when he was able to turn, he was able to take some of the steam off of Charlo's shots. So, I mean, those are some of the type of things that J-Rock's going to have to do.
Yeah, but I think J-Rock is a little bit more. I think J-Rock, Trout, that's what makes Trout great. Turn around and do all that stuff, but that's actually his weakness too, because he's kind of a sloppy fighter. That's what makes it a little bit harder to fight him, because he's not your regular normal. His punches don't land too clean. They don't have a lot of pop. It's just an awkward fight when you fight Trout. I think J-Rock brings a more balanced, stance, and I think he has a lot more pop than Trout.
Absolutely.
But I do think you're right. I think the Trout fight is what gives the edge to Charlo. So at the end of the day, you experience is gained. That's something that you just can't be given. And there's no better experience than fighting a guy like Trout.
I agree. Before we end this topic, I definitely think that what you were saying, Mouse, about Trout's stance being wide, and the way he fights is he's a guy that's scared to get punched, But we know that ain't Trout, If you know what I'm saying, like how some guys, some guys that don't sit on their punches, they throw them and they might land, but it's not really nothing. They can be like, well, they'll win that round unless the guy they fight is just completely. Trout fights like he's scared to get punched. We all know that ain't the case. But yeah, man, if J-Rock is more disciplined and can turn Charlo and can be, more technically and fundamentally sound, then that'll be some problems that Charlo will have to adjust to in the fight. But December 10th on Showtime, those two young lions, we'll get it on, and we're gonna see who's the cream of the crop, or we're gonna start to see who's the cream of the crop in the junior middleweight division. This is what we've been wanting. This is what we've been, this is what we're gonna get. On to a fight. I think it's gonna be the undercard. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Mouse. You probably know how to pronounce his last name. First name Jesus, last name I want to say Cuellar.
Cuellar?
It's Cuellar, yeah. There you go, Cuellar, yeah.
Cuellar, okay, versus my boy Abner Mares. They were supposed to fight on the Keith Thurman card a few months back, but that fight was scrapped due to a retina issue with Mars. He suffered some, an injury to the eye, and he wasn't able to get cleared. But now it seems that things are a go. He has a chance to redeem himself and get back in the win column after losing to terrific fight. So, JJ, I'm gonna start with you. I haven't seen too much of Quellar or Qualia, well, but I've seen a lot of Mares. What are your thoughts on this fight, or who you favor going into it?
Are you speaking on me or Mouse?
On you, Jay.
Um, the thing is, like on paper, you're supposed to just say Abner Mares is gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't. I mean, we haven't seen a confident Abner Mares in probably about 3, 4 years, man.
That's a long time to be unconfident.
It is, man. So, I mean, I want to say Abner's gonna win this fight, but if he faces any type of adversity, he's shown in these last couple of fights that if he faces that adversity, man, he's gonna fold a little bit. I, I don't know, man. One of y'all got to talk, man, because that's how I feel about it.
I mean, now I help you out, Jay. I'm trying to say, I'm as you. I love Morris. You know, I'm a Morris guy, but at this point in his career, I don't feel confidence to win a fight. And it's too much for him to actually win a fight. And with that same expense, Cuellar is a puncher. Last time Morris got in there with a puncher, which was Santa Cruz, he got rock bad. You know what I mean? And I don't think at this point he can afford to go into another war.
Man, it feels like just a few years ago when he fought on the undercard against on a pay per view of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who did he fight? It was it was
He
somebody.
fought old boy that gave Broner all that trouble. Ponce de Leon.
His ass knocked him down like 2 or 3 times and stopped him. I think in the ninth round. And I just swear I was like, man, like a star
Yeah,
was
but the
really going.
Leon is a journeyman.
Yeah, but still, no, but you got to also give him props. Abner Mares was moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? He was moving up in weight, and Ponce de Leon is a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? He can punch and was a KG and a veteran who has a lot of experience. So I just thought, man, he had won the super. What he won the Super Six? Was it the Super Four or was it the Super Six bantamweight tournament or junior bantamweight tournament? Whatever it was, that was a great tournament. I liked it. He messed up my boy Joseph Becko from having kids and shit. With all them low blows he was hitting them with, but man, he was just dominant, and then he got up to that point, he knocked him out. Then everything was good. He was still cruising along, and he got damn smelt himself the wrong night. And Johnny Gonzalez put him to sleep. I was like, oh no, he put him to, because it just happened so quick. And then when he tried to get back up, Johnny said, no, this is not your night. And ever since then, I mean, I'm gonna go out and say I favor him a little bit, but I'm not confident in that pick or in that statement. I'm gonna watch some more of his opponents' fights.
Man,
I don't know, man. I hope he can get it back, man, because he was on his way to being a Hall of Famer, man.
Yeah, but here's the difference, man. Oh, go ahead, my bad, Miles.
No, I was just gonna say, that's the thing. Like, I think that Johnny fight is what took. I mean, it's almost like after Nonito for Rigondeaux, it was just gone. Like that passion was just gone. And I think when he fought Johnny, Morris just lost it. I don't see that same desire, that same fire that he had before that fight in his recent fights. And I just think that Cuellar is coming off some pretty decent wins against some pretty decent guys. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I hope, my heart is that Morris would win because I agree with you. That's my boy. At one time I felt, man, he's on a collision course with Donaire. These are the top two guys right now. But
I love that fight.
That's just that. It seems like a distant memory now.
It does. We got Elton. Elton, what are your thoughts, man, on the December 10th Showtime card? You can start with the fight we talking about now with Mares and because I can't. Oh, you
Quayar,
start with
Quayar.
Cuellar or J Rock and Charlo. More.
J Rock and Charlo.
All right. What are your thoughts on that? What are your early? Don't get too much into the breakdown. What are your early, thoughts on the fight? Because it's still a ways away. Who do you favor?
Honestly, it is 50-50. I actually have who I want to win, but as far as a clear win, I don't have one right now.
Who you want to win?
J Rock.
Okay. Okay. What do you see that? What do you see in J Rock style that one thing you see that's going to cause Jamal problems and vice versa for J Rock?
So J Rock actually think he's a little bit more versatile personally, and actually for Charlo to to me he's a little bit more athletic and powerful. So I actually think that could cause problems for J Rock.
Let me ask you this question: who would you rather be there, the more versatile guy or the more athletic and powerful guy in this matchup?
Versatile.
Y'all can answer that question then, because that's interesting. Who would y'all rather be, the more versatile guy and J Rock, or the more powerful and athletic guy and Jamal Charlo?
I say versatile because I think it's gonna go 12 rounds, and you never know what kind of trick you're gonna need to bring out of your toolbox to win this one. So I'm gonna say versatile.
Oh,
All right.
what was the options again?
I said, who would you rather be in this fight? Because LT brought up some great points. He said that J Rock believes he's more versatile of the two, but Elton believes that Jamal is more powerful and athletic. And I was saying, who would you rather be in this fight? The more versatile guy, J Rock, or the more athletic and powerful guy, Jamal?
More athletic and powerful. All it takes,
Because,
all it takes is one punch. You don't need 12 rounds for one punch.
but yeah, it takes one punch. But if the guy can take the punches, and it depends on how many you landed. I mean, it does
No,
just take one
yeah,
punch, but
yeah,
you
no doubt. I agree.
I mean,
I
J
gotta
Rock
no,
can
be
no,
there.
hurt
no,
too.
no doubt. I agree with that. I think I picked J Rock to win this, but you know, at any given point, sometimes that versatility gets you into trouble. You know what I mean? We're gonna see how good J Rock's chin is. Charlo's gonna test
I
that.
can't wait. I can't wait for this fight.
He's a big
Go ahead.
he's a big motherfucker too, man. Like I hate to
Yeah,
cut anybody, but
he a big
Charlo, big ass
154.
dude, dog.
Yeah,
Almost.
if you look at J Rock in person, he looks 154, but he's not like a big 154. He's like a natural 154. I've never seen Charlo in person, but on TV he don't look like a 154 fighter. He looks maybe like a tall 160 fighter.
I have seen Charlo. He is big in person. He is a lot bigger than J Rock in person.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying
very
because
interested to see that chin too, and Jamal too, because he was Trout hurt him for a second. I think late in that fight, me and JG was talking about it because we was going back and forth on this fight. Like that was instant. Like, okay, because I think we was both pulling for Trout, and he had hit him with, I think it was a straight. Was it a straight left or straight right?
Man, it was a sneaky ass like straight. It was like a pull back left straight or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he turned him and caught him.
And it surprised Trout that he really hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Or stopped him in his track. All right, but we didn't talk on this subject long enough. Now we going to our favorite fighter that we don't know why we support him still no more, but we do. Adrian, the problem. Broner, he's returning February the 11th, and God, it got to be Amir
Granados.
Mom.
Renata.
And this fight gonna be great. I mean, it's gonna be a fight that's something you should leave your seats, because we know Broner likes to throw down every now and then, and like I said, Grotto's defeated and stopped Amir Mom in the ninth round. So Elton, what are your thoughts on this fight? I think we all favor Adrian Broner in this fight. Are you excited for it?
Awesome.
Huh?
I am, yeah, I am excited to see it, but I think Broner's gonna lose.
You
I
think
don't think
Broner
he's
gonna
mentally.
lose?
Yeah.
Ah, shit, he lose. This is over for him. Where this fight taking place? Because I'm trying to go to one of these fights.
Hmm.
Place.
I believe February 11th or
You know what I'm
something
saying?
like.
Where?
Oh, none of the venues have.
It doesn't say yet.
I hope it's something. Ooh, man, if it's in Ohio, I'm going to. I'm going. But man, I see where you coming from because I don't know what's up with Broner, man. I don't know if he want to fight, want to kill himself, want to cut
Yeah.
himself or whatever he want to do. Because I don't know, he all over the place.
Want to
I
eat?
mean, yeah,
Want to
want to
eat?
eat, want to choke
Rap?
out waitresses and shit, want to gamble, want to be a barber. You know what I'm saying? And all that
Want
shit. Like,
want to fall off skateboards?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Cars with
Wait.
he got
scooters?
he just want to do stupid shit. I mean, and the thing about it is kind of frustrating though, man, is that he got all the talent in the world. He just don't know how to discipline his stuff. And he emulate. I mean, he looks up to the wrong guys. I think instead of just being who he is and just being himself, he just tried to take on too much of whoever it is, and he hasn't performed or proven himself that much in his career. So I think he gonna win. I think he gonna stop. Um,
Man,
eighth round, ninth round. I mean, he might get dropped in this fight though. I'm not sleeping on Grados because his 4 fights. I think he lost. Been dropped and nothing like that, and I think the guys are 48-1 with the record. So I tell you right there, he haven't really been fighting no slouches, and the one guy with the losses he gave it to him. So they tell you everything you need to know about Grados.
I'm gonna agree with Elton on this one. It has nothing to do with his opponent. I mean, yeah, he's gonna come in there, he's gonna fight him hard, but I just think it has everything to do with Broner. What he's not doing. I mean, he's coming out of jail or whatnot. I'm pretty sure he's training. Like they showed the footage of him in Mayweather's gym and whatnot. All right, cool. But here's what I question. And when you question these things, I know that he's questioning himself. Can he make weight? I mean, he was in jail. He came out. He's working hard. Can he actually make weight and actually be healthy enough to rehydrate? After not be drained and put on a great performance. And I mean, even without jail, he was struggling making weight. So I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of question marks right there. I mean, this is the point where the cocky guy probably gets humbled a little bit. This is probably where we look back and say, "Damn, that Broner could have been a really good fighter."
We get to that point. We get to
I don't know.
that point. I mean, he got one, maybe 2 more fights. But go ahead, Mouse.
I don't know. I kind of agree. Well, I mean, I see where you and Elton are coming from, John, but I still think he can make 140. I mean, I don't think Adrian Broner's work ethic has been a problem ever. I think his mental health, now that's a different issue, but I think when he trains, I think he trains at 100%. I mean, everybody said the same thing when he fought Theo Payne, that he wasn't, and he beat the hell out of Ashley Theo Payne. Yeah, I mean, that was at a point where everybody was thinking that Broner, I mean, it wasn't, 2 fights before that, he lost to Porter at 147, I think it was, wasn't it?
44, yeah, 147, but it was a
Well,
catch. What
but
44?
really, if Broner would have taken that fight serious, I believe he could have stopped Porter, because at one point, man, towards the end of
Mouse, you
the
there?
yeah, I'm here. You can hear me?
Yeah, he pissed me off with that fight, man.
But you know what I'm saying? He picked up towards the end of that fight. I mean, at one point he knocks Porter down. You know what I mean? I mean, if he had fought like that the whole 12 rounds, I think you wouldn't even be talking about Broner being an issue. Now, what concerns me is the suicidal stuff that's been going on and how much of that is going to play into his training camp. But I still think he's going to win the fight.
Think about it. JG said he don't know if he can make the weight. I don't think he wants to make the weight. I think he gets so lazy. He gains so much weight. He that close when he can do it, and he just say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He got Al Heyman to lean on when it comes to that one. You know, he close. If he bought 1 pound, you know, Al, you know, toss some money or whatever it is that Al can kind of spend it. I think he just close to the fight time when he feel like he in a comfortable space. But he can make the weight. He can make the weight because he ain't really been lazy. You know, well, he don't like to. He like to eat, but he definitely works out. You know, he not a Chris Arreola where he like to eat, and don't work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he been shaped like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he not a lazy guy. He a lazy fighter, but he not a lazy guy. If that makes sense.
He's undisciplined.
That's exactly my point right there. Is that I ain't
lazy as fighter, man.
Yeah, I believe, you know, he doesn't always come 100% focused on fights, but I think as far as his work ethic, I ain't never heard anybody question Broner's work ethic.
I'm telling you, man, he need to steer himself away from certain people, man. I'm at the point now where
I think Floyd is one of them. I
ain't want to say his name because I'm still pissed off at Floyd. I said it once, but I ain't want to say his name. But yeah, he definitely, that man ain't got his best interests at all. I mean, I don't care what that video was, them laughing. And, man, that man got his money. You know what I'm saying? And, man, we know he the one, you know, second greatest fighter I've seen behind Roy Jones. You know, just me, you know, personally. But, man, Broner, man, if he might need another loss, man. I don't think he can afford no more to really wake up. You know, because he working on his second phase of his career now. Go ahead, Mouse.
I don't think Granato's is gonna be the one to give him that loss.
Man, I hope he come out and make a statement, man, for real. A mature fight, you know, fight the fight, win the fight, give a fucking mature interview and go on about your business and start to grow up, man, because eventually boxing ain't gonna be there for him, you know. And after that, man, he really gonna be on suicide watch because ain't nobody gonna be wanting to pay attention to his ass. So make the best of what he got now.
Oh man, you ain't getting that Broner mixtape? You ain't getting that Broner mixtape, dog?
No, he's straight. He got some decent bars. I mean, he alright as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He alright.
Man, he could, man, the way rap going right now, he could just mumble.
Yeah, he go platinum, bro. He about 26 now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Enough time to still have a prosperous career if you want to. Anyway, now we about to talk about that was the third fight. Who the fourth fight?
Garcia?
Yeah, no, we're gonna say that next fight for last. We're not doing that one yet. We're gonna talk about Frampton and Cruz too. We all seen that fight. The first fight was great. It was close, but the rifle winner, Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton won. This rematch, do you think is warranted right now off the bat, or do you think you would have liked to see Frampton fight somebody else? I'm gonna start with JG.
I would have liked to see Frampton and Rigondeaux, man. I would have liked to have seen that made or at least attempted. The fact that it wasn't really attempted kind of rubbed me the wrong way into like not really liking this rematch. Now I understand the money aspect of it, so yeah, I understand why it was made, but the fact that a Rigondeaux fight wasn't even like attempted or whatnot, doesn't really sit well with me. If you had to ask me between a 1 to a 10, how excited I am for this fight, probably about a 6.5. It's probably where I'm at now. But you know it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm interested to see what Santa Cruz does adjustment-wise. Got out hustled a little bit in the first one. Frampton.
I think he's gonna lose this fight.
You think Frampton or Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz.
I think so too. I just think that Frampton. I just feel like Frampton's a better fighter.
Yeah, that's it, man. He didn't, and Frampton is not even the most technically sound. He not horrible or nothing, but a semi-technical guy and fundamentally, you know, responsible guy to, you know, offset. You see how he offset Santa Cruz in that fight. I mean, he was just that little walk down shit is only gonna take you so far. And he lucky it wasn't against Rigondeaux he was fighting because he probably got stopped just off a brutal beating, accumulating the punches. He lucky he got Abner when he did. You know what I'm saying? Cruz as a fighter, but I mean, he did fight Mares and he has fought Frampton, so I guess he's starting to earn some respect back from the fans. But I think that in terms of ever being, I ain't gonna say ever being a champion again, but making multiple defenses, if he gonna step up and fight titles, it's gonna be one and done, like college players, college basketball player, one and done. Because I mean, Frampton just really, it was a close fight, but this fight, I don't think the rematch is gonna be as exciting as the first fight was. Your thoughts?
Man, I agree 100% with what everything JG said. I think at this, I think the thing that disappoints me the most about this fight is the same exact thing that John said. The fact that they didn't reach out to Rigondeaux. But I mean, Frampton been saying for a while now that he didn't want to fight Rigondeaux, that there was no money there.
But that's the
But
excuse I
I
hate
mean, but
hearing.
but man, I hate that mentality. I mean, Rigondeaux right now is getting lowballed because of that shit, man. And he the best fighter at that weight right now.
And then the thing
I'm not
is, do
too.
they
I'm gonna
think
be
every
honest.
big movie star?
Yeah. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. John gave it like a what was it 6.5 to want to watch this fight. I'm probably like
Yeah,
at a 3. Yeah, man. I'm really not. I mean, I'll be real. I thought the first fight was really good. I had Frampton winning. Actually, I picked Frampton to win the fight because, um, I like that Frampton was coming overseas and fighting him over here, and I just felt he was the better fighter. But I mean, at this point, I'm just getting tired when nobody wanted to fight Rigondeaux. So I think like every fight, every guy that has a title that's not fighting Rigondeaux, like my excitement for that fight is like 3.5 maximum.
I feel that. And the thing about it with me is like when you said Francis said he doesn't, it's not enough money in the fight with Rigondeaux. Every movie, if you see movie stars, right, they step out of the comfort zone. They don't always star in a movie. It's not money. Not gonna be everything to every situation. If Will Smith was to play in a TV show or something or a couple episodes, you think he gonna get paid nicely, but he's not gonna get paid what he's accustomed to because it calls for a different thing. But don't mean it's not gonna boost his profile up anymore than what than shooting another movie. You know what I'm saying? So Frankly could go in there. He might lose close or he might win, but you get the respect. Money, man, every fight ain't gonna be a money fight, man. It's not. I'm sorry to tell you that. You're not gonna make 5, 10, 15 million or whatever it is. And that's just what it
No,
is. But
I agree with you
definitely.
100%. I think we've seen a lot of guys, like for example, Kell Brook fighting GGG. I thought he lost that fight, but I thought he came out as the winner essentially. You know, I
Yeah,
think
he did. I
now,
mean,
so I, even if Frampton went and fought him and lost, you know what I mean, but he gave a valiant effort. I would feel that. I think every fight after Rigondeaux would gain him even more money than a rematch with Santa Cruz.
I agree. Elton, what are your thoughts on that rematch? This rematch?
Mm, It's a rematch I wanted to see because I really want to see how Santa Cruz and he improves in this fight. Because actually, to me, the biggest difference, um, none of Santa Cruz's punches was crisp. They all were off now. Frampton's punches was all on point. But but actually, the person I wanted to see Frampton fight was Gary Russell, because can I don't really consider Rigo because it's basically politics in the way of him fighting a lot of these guys. So I don't even get my hopes up. But then Franklin could have fought Gary Russell because they all got the same manager. So to me, that is kind of what I wanted to be. before Santa Cruz got a shot at it.
I feel you. I feel you. So you think who you got winning this one?
Franklin.
Brandon, a clear unanimous decision, close split decision, majority decision, what? Knockout, TKO?
Probably, he might win it by a round or so more. Nonetheless, Santa Cruz,
111?
yeah, somewhere around there. Nonetheless, Santa Cruz pressure breaks him, but it actually didn't do it the last fight. So I actually doubt it happens this fight, but you never know.
Yeah, I got Brandon, unanimous decision. I wouldn't be surprised if he might stop him late just off of frustration or whatever, This tend to go their way, or his corner start the fight. Cruz is think this matchup bodes well for Santa Cruz, but could be wrong. Your prediction. What you say? Your prediction. What's your future official prediction? Decision or TKO KO?
Well, before I say that, I want to say if Frampton was going to have a rematch, I would have rather have been with Scott Quigg because I thought that was a hell of a fight, and that's one that I would have liked to see again. I'd be way more excited to see that one than this one.
Yeah, that was Queen came on later in that fight.
I'm going to say I think Frampton wins by probably a wide unanimous decision. It's probably going to be a boring ass fight because I think he figured him out.
I agree. I won't be surprised if he blow him out. Though. Sometimes you get that. Sometimes it happens with these rematches, man. Knockouts happen when you least expect. So I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped early on in that fight. Mouse, what's your quick prediction on this?
On the Santa Cruz and Frampton?
Yeah.
Oh, I got Frampton winning unanimous decision.
Okay. Now on to the fight of this bunch. It's probably my third most anticipated. And yeah, I know it's crazy to say this name in a unification bout, but not the first name I'm gonna say, but the second. James Chunky DeGale versus Badu Jack. That's right, Badu Jack, the WBC super middleweight champion, part of TMT. Man, the guy that got knocked out by Derek Elwich in the first round a few years ago. The guy that beat Anthony Durrell. The guy that beat Lucian Bute. Taking on the 2008 Olympic gold medalist winner, James DeGale, who defeated Andre Durrell, who defeated Lucian Bute, who defeated Porky Medina. And we're going to start with JG because I think me and you are the most excited for these fights. I'm going to start with you.
This is my number one.
Explosive. This your
number one right here.
One? Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Take it over.
It's my number one because, I mean, honestly, if you look at all James DeGale's fights, man, his fights are exciting. Is it going on in the UK?
No, I think it's taking place in America.
Wow.
But we don't know yet.
I mean, I hope it takes place over there, man, because, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, man. That's just the best atmosphere for boxing right now. And if they have it on PBC, it's going to be during the middle of the day. You don't got to wait all night. It's going to be right there. I can watch it at 5 o'clock or whatever and go do what I got to do. But, yeah, Jack has improved tremendously. The thing about that fight is that he changed. Like he doesn't have Eddie. He doesn't have Mustafa in his corner, but apparently he wasn't doing as much as his trainer is now, or you know what I'm saying? Like he's been training with his trainer now the whole time, and I mean he's just pretty much making it official. But this fight is going to have fireworks. It's going to have strategy. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I mean, it's not going to be like a brawl like everybody thinks, but it's going to definitely have its brawl moments. Definitely. It's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm going to let Elton take this one next.
Oh, it is definitely a fight. I am looking forward. I actually think it's going to be a lot of valleys and peaks. Rounds where you go back and like, wait a minute, I don't know who. I, I think it's going to be a rounds thing. I mean,
You said,
I can see
you said
both
what?
sides.
I said I couldn't hear you. What you say? You got to speak a little louder.
Yeah, no, actually couldn't hear you. What you say?
I said, can you speak a little louder? I couldn't hear you when you started talking.
I think we lost Elton.
I was saying, I actually think it's going to be a lot of swing rounds, and I think it's not going to be a controversial decision, but it's going to be one where everybody think both guys won.
I think this fight has the making of a trilogy. Honestly, I honestly do. I think that these guys are evenly matched. I'm gonna honestly say that I favor Jack going into this fight, but I think James DeGale is a little better skill wise. But I think that Jack knows himself as a fighter. He knows who he is in that ring. We'll watch some of DeGale's fights. He kind of has a fighter, or he has an identity crisis or issue where one fight he wants to brawl in box, or he just want to box 1 minute. And you can say that you can call it versatility, which is true, but I think that he really don't know which fighter he wants to be. And I think he kind of goes with the flow. And against Jack, a guy who always seems to be in his rhythm, he has good timing, simple 1-2 puncher. He has a good jab. He has a real good right hand and an underrated left hook. Kind of really surprises his opponents. I think that Jack he fights within himself. He doesn't get out of control. He doesn't the pace of the fight, and you could tell he learned that from Mayweather, honestly, because that's how Mayweather is. He fights within himself. He kind of dictates the pace and how he wants it, and he controls the fight mentally and physically. And I think that he's been a student of the game and really paid attention to Floyd's career and what he did from beginning into the end. And I think that he really has been a sponge, and I think he's gonna beat Jack, man. I mean, I think he's gonna beat DeGale, and I think that he may do it impressively and more convincingly than people think. And don't be surprised if he drops him because DeGale doesn't have the best of chins. But and he's been in a lot of fights, man. I think he might be a little. He might got a little mileage on his body, and he only 29. And he hasn't been a pro that long, so in Medina, and he took some punishment from Andre. So I think that you got to watch out for that and see how he really is. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Man, I'm gonna be the oddball on this one. I think the girl gonna win, like, clearly. Um,
Okay, okay, I can see that. I mean, I can see it.
I'm not on the bad Badu Jack wagon yet, and I'm gonna tell you why. He didn't
Yeah,
beat Butte. He had a majority draw on that Butte fight.
man,
Um,
that's bullshit. He beat his ass, man. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he beat
clearly won
Butte's
that fight.
ass.
And Butte was cheating,
uh,
taking some big substance.
he had a split decision with Groves.
He beat his
Um,
ass too.
and then he also drew with Paraban. All those
Yeah, I believe
guys,
that.
with the exception of George Groves, the gal beat them guys convincingly. I I
Who?
the gal beat Butte convincingly. He beat Paraban convincingly.
Oh, he didn't beat Butte convincingly, man. That was a close fight.
Man, it was a whole lot more convincingly than the one with Badu Jack.
Oh hell
No,
no.
it looked that way because he was landing powerful shots. That's why it looked, in my opinion, that's why it looked like it was just more convincing. But more
Let me
dominant
let me
was
let me
Jack's
let me
win.
ask. Big cool. Let me ask you a question. Who the better fighter, Andre Durrell or Anthony Durrell?
Andre, that's
Andre.
easy.
All right.
Respect to
So
Anthony.
so the gal beat big brother Andre and Badu
Yeah.
Jack, big little brother Anthony by a majority decision. It wasn't even like a
No,
unanimous decision.
that
I
was a
had
more
Andre
that was
winning that
dominant.
fight.
Dominant. Even with the 2 knockdown. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I was
What
rooting
against the girl?
Yeah,
for Peter
I had
Miguel,
him
man.
edging it. I had him edging it.
I know you had Andre winning, but Andre didn't win the fight. I mean, I know. Look, we did the interview with Andre after that. Remember, he
Yeah,
wasn't even
yeah.
trying to hear that he won the fight.
Yeah, he did say he
You know
lost.
what I
He
mean?
did say, but I don't care what he said. This is my opinion. He said what he said, and I'm saying what I said. I respect him for his honesty, though. You know what I'm saying? I respect him
Hey,
for his honesty.
I don't know. I think at this point, I honestly feel the gal is the better fighter of the two. I think if he go ahead and beat the gal, it doesn't even have to be like a convincingly win. I think if he just beats him, I'll jump on the wagon with you guys and say, okay, Badu is a different fighter now. I still think it's too early. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too
Man, I don't
convinced
know,
on a guy
man.
that was knocked out by
Eh,
Derek Edwards. I'm just not
But
convinced
Look,
yet.
though.
okay,
I mean, it's a lot of people that took L's early. Go ahead, Mal. I mean, JG.
Yeah, I know,
I,
but
let me ask you a question, Mouse. How does a better fighter lose to to an inferior fighter? How does it happen?
oh no, you just overlook somebody. I mean, I can
Well, I
understand
wasn't going
that.
to say that. I was going to say mostly the inferior fighter can out hustle him.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
out
you can be
hustle the
hungrier, of
better fighter.
course. I
Miguel can
agree
be
with
out
you.
hustled.
I agree. I just think that the gal has a better ability to slow fights down to his pace. I think that's what separates the
I
two.
see.
I think.
See,
Go ahead, Big Cool.
that's why I
I
think
think
Jack
Jack can
is.
do
That's
that
why I
too.
think Jack. Jack, I think Jack, like I said earlier, Jack fights within himself. He fights within. He knows who he is. I ain't never seen Jack, even with Groves, at times a little bit, but Groves couldn't even really get him out there to fight like that. Anthony Durrell couldn't get him to fight like that. And I know I'm telling him under the pressure. You might be right though. He might the Gale might blow him out.
I
He may. I
like.
don't see it though.
I can believe that Jack fights his kind of fight. I can believe that Jack believes in himself, but I just
That
feel
shit
that the
boring.
gal does a better job of making people fight his fights. I think that's what he did with Andre, and I think Andre Dirrell is a way better fighter than Badu Jack.
They both are, yeah. I mean, yeah,
It's
but you see, go ahead, JJ, go ahead.
it's gonna come down to it's gonna come down to what the judges value most, in my opinion.
Now it's
Because
gonna come down
Miguel,
to Al Heyman's money. Be honest.
no, but he
No, man.
manages
See, we're
both
not even gonna
guys.
throw.
He
We're not
manages
gonna
both
throw
guys.
that.
So I
He with
mean,
both guys.
really, I mean, if Miguel is gonna make it look cleaner, Badu Jack is gonna hustle the hell out of. It's gonna hustle the hell out of every round. So it's gonna be, do you like the clean work or do you like the consistent work? That's what I think it's gonna come down to. I don't think it's gonna be a clear win for either guy. I think it's gonna be a split decision.
I'm telling, man. I'm telling you, the punch that's gonna stop the fight for Jack, if it happened, is that left hook. I'm telling you. Man, look, I'm gonna go back and watch that Andre Durrell. And I'm gonna go back and watch his fight with Boots. And I'm gonna go back and watch his fight with Medina. I'm telling you, he's hittable. He's way more hittable than Jack is. Way more
It's
hittable.
because he lets himself get hit though.
Yeah,
I
I
think he
agree.
likes that shit. I think he likes
I
that
agree with
shit.
John on that.
That's stupid as hell.
It
I
is
don't know
stupid,
about. I ain't know nobody
stupid,
that like
but
get
I
punched in the
agree.
face by another grown man.
Muhammad Ali did.
Well, rest his soul, but I don't think he liked it either. I think he
I'm just
just did
saying.
what
He
he had
said,
to
I
do.
don't know a grown man that like to get hit. Muhammad Ali,
I think the Gale
apparently
loved
that
that
was his
dog
style.
fight. I think he loved that dog fight
Oh,
shit, man. I don't know. I like,
well,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm
I mean,
not comparing James DeGale to Muhammad Ali in no way either. I don't want nobody to get that
I'm
confused.
just saying.
yeah, I know.
All right, like for example, like Amir Khan loved that shit, even though he be getting knocked the fuck out. Like he just loves the dog fight, dog.
Yeah, he let that shit until he got touched. And the floor was letting him
I
feel.
get that. Brandon Rios love that shit, man. He definitely love that shit,
Yeah,
man.
but
But
Brandon
look,
Beals
I
can
can see.
take
Maybe this
punches.
is.
Brandon Beals can
Yeah,
take
but that
punches.
motherfucker talking. But
Amir
that
Khan,
motherfucker talking like he now Brandon Rios talking like he cold all the fucking time. Like man, for
Hey,
real, like I'm not.
when he's supposed to be returning back soon too.
Yeah, he don't need to. He left Robert Garcia.
Man,
Oh yeah, yeah. Another thing, man. Eddie Musafa was in a little group message. And we was asking him. I wasn't asking him. I was just looking at his responses or whatnot. And they asked him what happened with him and Badu Jack. He was like, why he so mad at him? He not mad that he got a new trainer. He mad that he texted him and told him he was no longer needed the services instead of came to him like a man or gave him a phone call. So that's why he mad at him. But yeah, that's why he said he texted him and said, you're not gonna be my trainer or something like that no more. To him in the gym and talk to him like a man. So that situation. But I think Mustafa got a lot of credit though. He get a lot of credit, man. He's a great trainer, man. He know what he's doing. I don't want to discredit him. He did get Jack to this point. And if that's how it went down, that's whack for real. But that don't change my
Well, I mean,
prediction, and I still like Jack.
I hope for the sake of USA, Badu Jack wins, but because I know we ain't gonna
He
hear
not American. He not
who.
American.
Yeah, but
he
he
from
representing
Sweden.
the money
Yeah,
team.
he not.
I know, but he
Yeah,
representing the money
he
team.
yeah, he don't represent the USA. He represent the Floyd money. But I feel what you're saying.
Man,
But yeah, he. All right, now on to the fight that I don't know if everybody is excited about. I wish they fighting damn this year, but we got one time Thurman taking on Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Garcia makes it through his fight November, or is it November 12th? I think November 12th against
yeah.
I forgot his name. I forget dude name he's fighting, but he should win. But cuts and injuries happen. So if he wins November 12th, he has his fight set up with in a unification bout of the WBA and WBC welterweight titles. What are your thoughts on this fight, Mouse?
Um, I think Danny is being a pussy right now for taking a tune-up fight. I would just like to say that first. I
Boo! And you from Philly too, my
I
man.
know that,
Talk
that's
like
fucked up. I just about to say it, and I'm from Philly.
it.
You know what? I personally got to see Danny, in his amateur career, because being from over there, we see that. You know what I mean? But I mean, come on, how many tune-up fights do you need? I'm excited for the Thurman fight, though. I think that's gonna be a real good fight. I think a lot of people are giving Thurman the edge because they think that Danny's boxing ability is not as good as Thurman. But I still think Danny can take a punch, and I know damn well Danny can punch. So I've seen Thurman get rocked by not so great punchers. So I mean, I still think Thurman's gonna win, man. But it's gonna be a good fight. I'm not gonna count Danny out.
I mean, this is a tricky fight. This is a tricky. I want to see how he looks this fight, even though it's against a inferior opponent.
Man, you can
I
call him
still,
some random ass name because who he fighting is some random ass dude.
even though he's fighting an inferior opponent, I still want to see him set the tone. Like like really, like those. You know how the preseason
Man,
football
how
or
many
whatever it
tomato
is.
cans do he gotta light up to set the
I,
tone?
yeah, I agree. I think Danny needs to go back. I think Danny's downfall was when he went to Puerto Rico and tried to please the Puerto Rican crowd. I think he just needs
With
to
that
go
fake
back.
ass Spanish.
Yeah, I think he
That
just
fake
needs
ass.
to go back to being true to his Philly style. You're a Puerto Rican descent. We support you, we got you, and everything. But stick to what you know. Stick to your roots.
But you also know that fucking man, okay, I don't know what the fuck I was about to say. But you also know that he rises to the occasion when he's the underdog. I'm the only one I think up here that picked him to beat Lucas Matisse.
No, I
Correct me.
picked Danny to beat Matisse.
Okay,
Don't play
okay,
yourself.
Yeah,
okay.
man, I picked Danny too, man.
Okay, well
No,
then there it
I think
is.
John picked Matisse.
Nah, nah. Me and CJ was on the Danny bandwagon like a mug, bro.
And
Trust me, I
CJ,
was
me and
all up.
CJ were on that bandwagon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was a big fan of Danny.
When Angel did the
That's
whole fuck HBO rant, man, I love that shit.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I think a lot of people are overlooking Danny because I feel like Danny is at his best when people are saying that he's supposed to lose the fight. I think that's when Danny comes out and he performs at his best is when he's expected to lose a fight. Because I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you, when he fought Amir Khan, I had Amir Khan winning that fight by a landslide. I mean, I would have never thought that Danny Garcia was gonna knock him out because I just thought Amir Khan was too fast, too strong, and just a better boxer. But when Danny got his timing down, bro, it was just a matter of time.
All right, what are your thoughts on this fight, man? We ain't gonna give no predict. We just want to get some thoughts on this, and
I just want to see Chris Getty set up after if Thurman loses. I want to hear that man talking no more.
What's your thoughts on Elton?
Oh, man, I can't wait. Oh, talking about a fight, I can't wait. That is one. And
Vegas, man. My bad. Go ahead.
I've already told people, I actually feel Danny's gonna beat him. I trust Danny more in these moments than I do Thurman.
No, man. Thurman showed me a lot. Even though um,
To me,
I mean, Thurman showed me a lot in that fight with Porter. Even though, I mean, when you fight top guys, it's supposed to be competitive and close.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like maybe we're giving Thurman a little bit more credit than what we should? I mean, because
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I thought Porter won that fight. I mean, I could understand the debate. I can see people saying, "Well, Thurman edged it out." I personally felt Porter did enough because I just thought it was a sloppy fight from both. You know what I mean? It was one of them fights where it was like, okay, he got the win. I can see it, but I could have went either way. But I thought when he fought I thought he should have knocked out Leonard Bundu, and he didn't. It took him 12 rounds to beat that dude. You know, then he fought this old ass, what's
Guru,
this old ass the one that Amir Khan knocked out, the welterweight. What the hell is his name?
Julio Diaz.
Colossal,
Colazo.
Colossal, yeah, Luis Colossal. When Luis Colossal hurt him with that body shot. I mean, even
Man,
though
that
Thurman
fixed
won
ass
that
fight.
fight, bro, he hurt him bad with that body shot. Yeah, man. And you're talking about an old ass 147 fighter.
That fight was rigged. I don't care what nobody say, man. That shit, you don't recover from no damn body shot like that, and then fucking. I mean, I know you can do it, but I just don't. They was like, oh
Nah,
shit.
he was hurt. Then all of a sudden, he quit in the corner. Like Colossal quits.
That's some bullshit right there.
Yeah,
That's it.
I agree.
All right, man. We stayed a long time on that topic. Now we finally got that out the way.
Yeah, I gotta head out, brother. I gotta head out, brothers. It was good chopping it
All
up.
right, all right, man. Take it easy.
All right.
All right, John.
All right, man. We got some new. Well, y'all know what it is. Bernard Hopkins, all-time great, is getting ready to call it a career. Um, he's going to be fighting Joe Smith Jr. When is he fighting? When is he fighting? What's that day? December
yeah,
17th on HBO. On HBO, it's called. It's dubbed the final one. It's going to be taking place the Forum in Inglewood, California, on HBO. What are y'all thoughts on this fight, man? This is a tricky fight for B Hop. He hadn't fought since fighting. What's the guy? Was it Sergey?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sergey.
since fighting Sergey.
yeah,
What is almost 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
over 2 years.
Over 2 years. So I think that. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to be disrespectful and pick against the legend. I love B Hop as a fighter. But shit, this might be one of those ones that he go out with a loss, and that's just being real. But what are your thoughts, Elton, on this fight? Final fight of the
Um,
career.
I personally think he should have hung it up 2 years ago, and he's probably gonna lose this fight now because for somebody to be 51, he probably needs to be more active than the guy who's 30. I mean, he is a freak of nature personally, but I think he's gonna lose and he might get hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, I don't want to see B Hop go out like this, man. But I also know that white boy Joe Smith knocked the hell out of from for however you say that dude's name.
Yeah.
And man, but you know what? Now that I think about it, man, I don't know, man. B Hop has a way of taking people's power away. You know,
Yeah.
I just hope for his sake, if this is your final fight, I just hope he goes out with a win. I don't care if it's a whack. I don't even care if they rigged the fight for him to win it. Yeah, you know what I mean, as long as he don't get
Seriously
hurt too
hurt.
bad, I'll be all right. I don't want to see another, you know, Ali situation or another, Leonard situation, or even what's going on with Roy Jones right now with, what I mean, get knocked out in your last fight.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to end this one early. Didn't want to. Probably had to pick it up. Elton, you can drop a video on that fight of the decade whenever you get some time. But I got some stuff I gotta handle. Like I said, man, it was
Huh.
good chopping it up. We covered most of the stuff anyway. We'll get to the Clarissa Shields make her pro debut. The week of the Kovalev Ward fight. And then Felix Diaz wants Terrence Crawford. We'll talk about that sometime. Maybe next week since Manny Pacquiao is, maybe a common opponent or somebody that may be in the future of a Terrence Crawford. We'll get that in. But like I said, appreciate y'all for jumping on, taking time out of y'all busy schedule. For those who are watching this or will watch it, like the video, leave your comments in the comment section below, good or bad. We welcome constructive, fair criticism. Subscribe to Colossal Boxing Talk. Follow us on Facebook at Colossal CBT. Like that page. Follow us on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Until next time, I'm Big Cool with Elton Mouse. We out. Peace.